Shalom Yashrala Yahawada, Brother Malak. I'm back with the biblical breakdown. This one is called Immortality. My phone dropped and it distorted the video, but we will restart it. It's nothing to it but to do it. Laborers in the spiritual ministry, laborers in the spiritual work. If you can get up and give Esau, Edom, the damn devil, 40, 50 hours, then you can give Yahweh a lot more. The one that created you, the one that ordained everything, the one that created Esau and the rest of these heathen and these Gentile nations himself. So if you can get up, for you Israelites that's in this ministry and that push this beautiful, righteous gospel, if you can give old Dirty E, old Dr. E, 40, 50 hours of your life working that dead-end job, all of these dead-end jobs, then you can surely give Yahweh a lot more in this spiritual walk, doing this spiritual ministry, putting in this spiritual work, because this is truly our profession. This is our real profession. This ministry work, and understanding this ministry work, and understanding this Bible, these scrolls, these prophecies, being those elected men predestined. We got to be those men that was ordained, predestined. You know what? Let's grab it. Let's grab that. I mean, who else is it? Really got to be those men that was predestined. As a matter of fact, Revelation 7 popped up. We'll grab that. It says Revelation 7. This is not the topic, but I'm kind of making my case in point for what I said earlier. Revelation 7:4 says, "And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000. And actually, this goes in because those 144,000, they're going to reap the immortality. They're going to have the immortality. They're going to be gods. We're already gods, but we're going to be gods. We're going to have all of our perks. You know, when you play a game and you play a specific archetype, and you gotta go through the motions to really max out the archetype, to really max out, to become that god, to break the game. Well, that's what we're doing right now. We are the Israelites. We are the gods. We are the chosen of all. We are the peculiar, the special people. And even in our lowest state, we still show that we're gods. But when Yahweh brings us to our highest state, we're going to be gods amongst mortals. Revelation 7:4 says, "And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel." So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're hearkening towards, and that's what we want. But like I was saying earlier, those men that do this gospel work, that understand these scrolls, that understand these prophecies, that send this ministry work, we gotta be those brothers and sisters for the elect lady, the elect ladies, the lady elect. We have to be those. We have to be the election that was predestined from the beginning of. It says. Let's grab where is that? Ephesians. And it's like every time I try to run from this work, or when I go off from this work, or when I just try to just get away, run from it. It's like I can never run from it. It always brings me back in. It always calls me back. It's like I can't run from my destiny. I can't run from my destiny. I can't run from it. It always pulls me back in. It always calls my name. Even when I'm just in my day-to-day. When I'm in my day-to-day, the spirit just be throbbing. You know, you see, you hear. You know, the perfect expression is that one expression where just when I thought I was done, they pulled me back in. You know that expression. Just when I thought I was done, they pulled me back in. That's how it feels to be in this thing, man. That's how I feel. But Ephesians 1 chapter 4, it says, according as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy, set apart, and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us. So the elect was predestined. And they can't run from their destiny. Predestined, destiny, destination. Predestined, destiny, destination. It says, Ephesians 1:5, it says, having predestinated us into the adoption of children by Hamashiach, Yahushai, to himself according to the good pleasure of his will. So the elect, it's like you can't run. Like I said, just when I thought I was done, they pulled me back in. You try to run from it, and the Holy Spirit, the Rakah Kadash, pulls you back in. It works on your spirit. When you going off, when you not in alignment, it's like you can't run from it. And this is truly your destiny. This is truly your destination. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 11, it says, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated, destination, according to the purpose of him, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, who work all things after the counsel of his own will. So it is what it is. But Romans 9:4 says, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises, whose are the fathers, of whom also concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who is over all, God bless forever, amen. So Yahushua, he came for those who descend from those fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the 12 sons. It says, who are the fathers, of whom also concerning the flesh Hamashiach came. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, 12 tribes. It says, verse 4 of chapter 9, it says, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises. So whenever you see these Gentile nations, these heathen nations, all in the churches, trying to read our book, our manuscript, breaking it down, even though they may read it and break it down and interpret it, but it's not their office. That's not their service. That is to the true sons and daughters of God, chiefly the sons of God, the Israelites. That's our purpose, our service, our glory, our adoption. Romans 9:4, the bloodline Israelites. So immortality, man, that's something that's going to be inside the covenant. That's promised in the covenant, immortality. to live forever. To live forever, Immortality. One of my top 5 English words. Immortality. And how are we going to get that immortality? We're going to get that immortality by the way of the covenant being put inside our inward parts. Because if you're an Israelite and you saying you don't sin, you don't commit iniquity, you're going off. And you're sadly mistaken. This is why Yahweh Shai HaMashiach came to shed his blood, his precious blood, the holy blood, which is grace for our sins and iniquities. What is sin according to the Bible, according to God? What is sin? Sin is the transgression of the commandments. We couldn't keep the commandments. We couldn't keep the law. So Yahweh Shai came and shed his precious blood, innocent blood for the Israelites. That was the token. It says Jeremiah 31. So how are we going to be perfect? We're going to be perfect when the covenant, when the commandments, when the laws is put inside our inward parts. Jeremiah 31:31, it says, "Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel." It didn't mention none of the heathen nations. Notice that it didn't mention none of the Gentile nations. And with the house of Judah. Israel, the northern kingdom, and Judah, the southern kingdom. These are the only names that's being mentioned in this new covenant. And it is a bloodline physical covenant. It's not spiritual as these damn Christians want you to believe. Jeremiah 31:32, "Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they broke, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said the Lord, I will put my law." So those laws and statutes and commandments, according to 1 John 3:4, that we're supposed to follow to a T, and that we can't follow right now. We can't even keep all of the laws because we're not even in the lands that was given unto us, which is Jerusalem, Israel, Judea. Can't even keep all the laws. Some of our laws require for us to be in the homeland. And then the way this devil runs this system, it goes against keeping the laws anyway. So even if you wanted to keep all the commandments, you still couldn't keep all the commandments. This is where Yahweh Shai comes in as that totem, as that token. But back to the point, it says, I will put my law in their inward parts. So Yahweh is going to put the laws, the statutes, the commandments in our inward parts. So that's perfection. If you're not sinning and you're not going off, committing iniquity, breaking the commandments, that's what sin is. Sin is not all of this extra Christian garbage. Sin is breaking the commandments. So if we're no longer breaking the commandments, if you Israelites are no longer eating pork, committing adultery, committing fornication, murdering, covetousness, coveting, smoking, getting drunk, then you're not going to be sinning. It's just that simple. So Yahweh, he's going to put these commandments, as he says, I will write it in their inward hearts. He's going to make us to where we're going to never sin again, and will be their God, their power, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man, Israelite man and Israelite woman, our neighbors, and every Israelite man's brother or sister or family members, saying, know the Lord, For they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them, said the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. And this is precept upon precept, line upon line. This is the same thing mentioned in Hebrews 8:8. So immortality, that's how we're going to get immortality. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, he's going to put it inside and he's going to download us to be perfect. You know how you create, you know how the Gentiles and the Israelites, if you will, you know how that you create something and you automatically install it within the creation. That's what Yahweh is going to do with the children of Israel. And we're going to be gods. 1 Corinthians 15:40. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. That's how you know the angels exist. That's how you know those chariots that's in the heavens are real. There are celestial bodies, these bodies on earth, animals, and bodies terrestrial. That's the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm. But this is what Yahweh is going to do. He's going to bring the celestial and the terrestrial together. And that's how we're going to be gods on earth. That's just, but the glory of the celestial is one and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Yahweh is going to mesh. Yahweh is going to bind the celestial and the terrestrial in one. And we're going to be gods amongst mortals. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. It says, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep. That means die. But we shall all be changed in the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. So when those laws and statutes and commandments are put inside our inward parts, and we're no longer wired to sin, we're going to be wired to perfection. According to Jeremiah 31, Hebrews 8:8. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, God, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. We only die because of sin, iniquity. But Yahweh is going to stop that. Well, the Israelites only died because of sin. But Yahweh is going to stop it. Because he's going to put the laws in our inward parts. He's going to make that new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. This is why we would be gods amongst mortals. So immortality, man, that's why we put in this work. That's why we preach and teach this gospel. Not only that, man, the world needs to know the truth. Everybody should know the truth. Even you heathens, you Gentiles, you should know the truth. Even though you heathens love hiding the truth from us. You Gentiles love hiding the truth. But even and then we still show you the truth. We still tell you the truth. Because we're the Israelites. We're the Israelites, man. We're totally different. But Job 14:14. Let's grab Job 14. Job 14, verse 14. Job 14, verse 14, it says, if a man dies, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time, I will wait till my change come. So even Job peeped that he will be basically a god. When Job come back, he's going to be a god. That's really what that is. Like precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Let's grab Matthew 19. Matthew 19, verse 27, verse 28, it says, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and follow you. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration. See, that regeneration, that's when we're going to become gods. That's when Yahweh is going to put those laws, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts. That's in the regeneration, which is basically going to be, this Yahushua's kingdom. We're going to be in Yahushua's kingdom, and we're going to rule with Yahushua 1,000 years and beyond. In infinity and beyond. You remember that Buzz Lightyear? In infinity and beyond, 1,000 years and beyond. It says, And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me, and that's what we're doing. We're following the blueprint to the best of our ability. Yahushua HaMashiach, Yahushua. Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne. Basically, when the Son of Man gets his kingdom of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And that was chiefly to the 12 apostles. But here's where we come in, and some of us might be those apostles. You never know. Matthew 29, it says, And everyone, that's it, that's everybody else, and everyone that has forsaken houses, brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, wives, children, lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Immortality. So that's what it is. And that's that new covenant. Notice he's talking to the 12 apostles. They come out of the house of Judah and Israel. And that everyone else is the Israelites. The Gentile nations, the heathen nations, they have their kingdom right now. They have their heaven. Even though we can't help that these devils took all of the pie. We can't help that Esau stole all of the wealth from you heathens that's lower class. Can't help that the devil was being the devil. But in our kingdom, when Yahushua rules, the poorest, if you want to go on material gain and monetary gain, because riches is really perspective. But if we're talking material gain and monetary gain, which all humans, only intelligent humans can separate and contrast, what truly riches really is. But everybody seems to I can't even find the term, but everybody seems to relate. There we go. We go with relate for the lack of better terms. Majority of humans relate riches with material gain and monetary gain. But like I said, riches is really perspective. And then the Bible tells you what true riches is, what true wealth is. True wealth, true riches is to be an Israelite. That's really what it is. True. Hey, it is what it is. I'm just telling you the truth. True riches is to be an Israelite, and not only an Israelite, but to be the elect Israelite. That's what true riches is. But Matthew 19:29, it says, and everyone that has forsaken houses or brothers or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. And that's what's coming, man. That's what's coming down the pike. That's what's coming down the pike, man. I ain't gonna say that. I didn't want this to be that long, but let's see what we can grab. That's another scripture that's in is that Philippians? First Philippians. It's not First Philippians. No, not Philippians. Philippians. I can't find it, but that's what immortality is, man. And that's what we're seeking. We're seeking immortality. And every human wants immortality, right? Even the heathens, even the Gentile nations, they want immortality. This is why they do the things they do. Steal organs and donors lists, try to live longer and all of that. In which, all humanity tries to endeavor on that. Even the Israelites. Even though we have our perks that make us live longer or live long. But chiefly that's the goal of every human. Immortality. Yahweh Shai is telling you that he's going to give the Israelites immortality. Now, some may question, like I said, is he going to give the Gentiles, the heathens, immortality? And reading these scrolls, reading these scriptures, that's not inside the covenant for the Gentiles. What's inside the covenant is for the Israelites. If I'm breaking down these scrolls properly and efficiently, immortality is for the Israelites. It's not for the heathens, the Gentile nations. So who's going to reap the immortality? The saints. Is the saints everybody, or is the saints the Israelites? According to proper doctrine, proper studying, understanding these scrolls, the saints were always the Israelites and have always been the Israelites. The nations, the heathens, the Gentiles, they have their heaven, their glory. Now, they have their kingdom now. We're in the kingdom, we're in Esau's kingdom, his falling, decrepit, destructive, filthy kingdom. We're inside his kingdom now. Let's grab the prophecy on that. Let's grab second Esdras. Is that second Esdras? Second Esdras chapter 6 verse 9. It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau. So this is what this thing is about, is Jacob and Esau. Esau and Jacob and their offspring. And the antagonist and the protagonist and the antagonist were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Jacob is the protagonist. Esau is the antagonist. For Esau, or as these Edomite rabbis, say, Esav. For Esau or Esav is the end of the world. And that's what we see right now. We see the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. And that's what you see. You see Esau, wasted away is he. You see Jacob, you see Esau. You see Jacob, you see Esau. You see Esau, you see Jacob. You see Jacob, you see Esau. Esau and Jacob, Jacob and Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it. So Jacob is the beginning of the world. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of the world. That's basically what this prophecy is stating. Who are the Edomites? The Edomites are your so-called Caucasian man, woman, and child. The Edomites. Who are your Israelites? Your so-called Native Indian, black, and Latin, Hispanic, man, woman, and child. That's just what it is. That's just the truth. The prophecies line up. The artifacts line up. The history. Everything lines up. First Maccabees, second Maccabees puts everything in perspective. And that's the Apocrypha. And guess who took the Apocrypha out the Bible? You guessed it, Esau. But immortality, man, immortality is what is something that humans really put on the list. Besides riches and other pleasures. Immortality. Who's going to get that immortality? The Israelites. Let's read it again, and then we'll lead out with that. Jeremiah 31:31. Jeremiah. Prophet Jeremiah. Because why do we die? Humanity dies all in one, but because of, we know why, because of sin. But to distinguish between the heathens and the Gentiles. To distinguish between the Israelites and the Gentiles and the Israelites. The Israelites will, the elect Israelites will be reaping immortality, living forever. Jeremiah 31:31. It says, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant. So immortality is inside this new contract, this new covenant. Immortality is inside this new contract, this new covenant. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant, a new contract with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. It doesn't mention any other nation. So the nations are going to be, they're going to live long. I would expect the nations to definitely live long. The heathens, the Gentiles, they're definitely going to live long. It's not going to be like how we're living right now in Esau's kingdom. Because in our kingdom, you're not going to have to worry about GMOs and pesticides and herbicides and fast food, which is good, but it's not healthy. And artificial flavors and artificial fragrances and all this bullshit that Esau, the devil, does. In our kingdom, everything is going to be natural. So although the Israelites are going to have immortality, you Gentiles, you heathens, you're going to still live a blissful life. You're still going to live a long, blissful life because it's going to be, everything is going to be in the right vibration. But Jeremiah 31:31, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, covenant, contract, covenant, and everything that's inside that covenant and that contract. It says, not according to the covenant, the contract that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, bondage, which my covenant contract they broke, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord. But this shall be the covenant, the contract, the new covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. It doesn't mention any other nation, but the house of Judah and house of Israel. It says, and after those days, said the Lord, I will put my law, my commandments, my instructions in their inward parts. You know, that is going to turn that stony heart to the heart of flesh. I will put my law in their inward parts, and I will write it in their hearts, and I will be their God, their power, and they shall be my people. So just like he created, technically he did. Yahweh creates evil. So just like he created humanity to fall, he's going to create the Israelites within humanity to rise, and that's code or metaphor for not going off, because Yahweh ordained for Adam to go off and the Israelites to go off and this and that and that. Why have you made us to err from your ways, O Lord? One of the prophets said that. One of the apostles, I think the prophet said that. So that's what that is. And yeah, man, this Bible is a puzzle, man. In the elect, we understand the puzzle. We understand what's at play, and we understand what's coming down the pipe. With that, I'm going to say, Kol Halam La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kadash, Barakata Yahweh. Kwam Yasharala, Abad Babal.